Hello, kings and queens. Welcome back to the Bounce Back Voice Podcast with me, Alice Githui, the Bounce Back Coach. Today's message is for anyone who has ever felt buried, not just stressed, not just overwhelmed, but completely covered by life issues, shame, betrayal, heartbreak, rejection, poverty, circumstances you never asked for. If that's you, listen carefully. Dirty water never stops flowers from blooming, and neither will it stop you, no matter how dirty it is. Let me share a story from my own life. Something that will help you see how, even in the messiest, muddiest seasons, growth is still possible. I come from a hilly place. So, during the long rainy seasons, water doesn't just fall, it comes in torrents. It drags mud, stones, debris, and buries the crops in the plains. If you saw the fields then, you'd think it's over, finished, nothing is visible. But those who planted the crops knew something. Beneath the mud, life is still growing. And when the rain stops, shoots emerge. Plants rise taller, stronger. The same dirt that seemed destructive nourishes them. One day, flowers bloom, radiant, breathtaking. Passers-by stop, take photos, admire their beauty. But remember, they didn't see the mud, they only saw the bloom. But behind every bloom, there is a story of struggle, resilience, and faith. Let me share one such story. It might remind you of your own very journey. There is this girl that I met. She grew up in deep poverty, forced out of school because of lack of school fees. She had an abusive father. Her childhood was filled with fear, pain, and bitterness. As a teenager, she became a house help, not by choice, but for survival. But even in hardship, she gave her best. Excellence attracts favor. Then life hit even harder. She got pregnant, got rejected, was heartbroken, and she got thoughts of giving up. But she had someone, a mentor, a boss who believed in her. She chose life. She kept her child. She sought support. Yet her father kicked her out again. She was broken, angry, and lost. But she got up. She faced life head on. Her mentor, who had taken her back, eventually forced her to move out, harsh at the time, but life changing. Today, she's flourishing, a successful businesswoman, a strong mother, a giver, even supporting the same family that once rejected her. My friends, the girl who was buried in mud bloomed. And just like her, every scar, every wound you carry has a purpose. It's not the end, it's proof that you can rise and a reminder that God is with you in every muddy season. Let's anchor this in faith. Your scars are proof that you survived. Your wounds are not defeat, they are signs of strength. 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 12 to 13 says, Beloved, do not think it strange concerning the fiery trial, but rejoice that when his glory is revealed, you may also be glad with exceeding joy. My friend, this verse reminds you that life will throw fiery trials your way. But here is the thing, don't be surprised, don't feel defeated. These challenges are shaping you, they are building you, preparing you for the joy and glory that's coming. Your mud season is temporary, and your bloom is coming. Deuteronomy chapter 20 verse 4 also reminds us, For the Lord your God is he who goes with you, to fight for you against your enemies, to save you, so you're not alone in your muddy season. Listen, even when it feels impossible, God is working with you. Now, I know what you're thinking. Alice, that's inspiring, but how do I actually bloom? So let us break it down together. Here is your practical guide, and I'll tie each step to the girl's story. Step 1, see the mud. The first step is to face your struggles and name your pain. Don't hide from the mud. Don't pretend it isn't there. The girl acknowledged the rejection, heartbreak, and abandonment that she faced, both from the man she once loved and later left her, and also from her father who kicked her out with a newborn baby. Naming the mud is not defeat, it's the start of understanding and growth. Now that you have faced the mud, the next step is about changing how we see it, because perspective is everything. So step 2, shift your perspective. Ask yourself, what is this teaching me? How can this challenge shape me? The girl made a conscious decision to stop chasing the man who abandoned her and to release the bitterness towards her father. She saw her mentor's tough love, not as a punishment, but as a gift, a push that would prepare her for independence and strength. Shifting perspective allows you to find meaning in your trials instead of being crushed by them. Once your perspective shifts, it's time to strengthen your foundation so that you can grow steadily and withstand life's storms. Step 3, grow roots. Now, it's time to strengthen your inner self, your faith, your skills, your resilience. This girl developed independence, resourcefulness, and confidence, qualities that would carry her long after the immediate pain passed. Strong roots make it possible for your bloom to stand firm, no matter how stormy the season. With roots firmly in place, you're ready to seek nourishment and encouragement from the right sources because growth needs sunlight. So, step 4, seek sunlight. Surround yourself with positive, supportive people, mentors, friends, godly counsel. Like this girl's boss, who didn't just provide guidance and resources, she challenged her to believe in herself. She reminded her that through Christ she could do all things, and even when the situation felt hopeless, everything she needed to bounce back was already inside her. The key was to discover it, trust it, and put it into action. Sunlight nourishes growth. Faith, encouragement, and mentorship give you the energy to rise above the mud. And now it's time to take action, to push your shoots through the mud, step by step. Step 5. Push shoots through the mud. Do this by taking intentional steps, however small. Growth doesn't happen overnight. The girl fought daily to feed her child and just survive. She took casual jobs even at construction sites, carrying her small child on her back as she worked. She carefully gathered capital, started a small business, and continued to grow, seeking advice and guidance along the way. Each step was an act of resilience, persistence, and faith, pushing her shoots through the mud into the sunlight. And finally, once you've pushed through the mud, it's time to pause and celebrate your growth. Every victory, big or small. The final step is celebrate your growth. Recognize every milestone, however small. When I look at this girl today, I'm so proud of her. She has totally transformed her own life, from a house girl and desperate pregnant teenager to a respected, admirable entrepreneur. She's able to solely educate her child and even support and help the very people who once rejected her. So celebrate your growth, your progress, and the victories that only your perseverance and faith made possible. Dear friend, listen closely. Your mud is not the end, it's preparation. Every challenge, every scar, every trial is shaping the flower you're becoming. So stand tall, trust your journey, and know this: your bloom is already on its way. This week, I want you to do 3 things. 1, identify the mud in your life, your struggles, setbacks, closed doors, etc. 2, pick one small action to start growing through it. 3, journal your progress and thank God for the lessons hidden in the mud. Remember, every small step counts towards your bloom. Thank you for listening, kings and queens. If this episode encouraged you, share it with someone who needs hope today. And remember, the full story, strategies, and exercises for Bounce Back are in my book, Bounce Back, Life is Not Over Yet. Order your copy through the links in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to the Bounce Back Voice podcast so that you never miss an episode. Until next time, bloom where you're planted. Keep rising. Your day to shine is definitely coming. This has been Alice Githui, the Bounce Back coach. It has been pure joy having this conversation with you. See you next week in the next episode.